This is CBS.
In Indiana, the voting is just about over. Tonight we'll go live on the action cam to the places votes will be tallied. Tom Christopher is standing by live on the action cam at the Vigo County Courthouse.
Marla, the polls are just closing here in the Vigo County Courthouse. I'll be here in Vigo County for the rest of the night with the updates on the races here in Vigo County.
Thanks, Tom. I'm Marla Keller. Action 10 News is next.
The word on the street is Stallone needs the real-life muscle tough enough to protect this Hollywood hero from some of his fans. West 57th, Wednesday.
Making tough jobs easier takes one tough tractor cub cadet. Just put us to the test. We're one tough tractor cub cadet.
Automatic drive makes handling easy. A cast iron front axle and a farm engineered transmission makes it last. For doing the chores you need to do, it's Cub Cadet, one tough tractor. See your yellow pages for the Cub Cadet dealer nearest you.
Proud to serve Western Indiana and Eastern Illinois, this is WTHI-TV 10, the news station. Now, live, Marla Keller, Tom Christopher, Kevin Orpert, and Mike King. This is Action 10 News.
12 hours of voting is over tonight. Polling places around Indiana and the Wabash Valley have just closed their doors for the politicians. It's all over but the counting. It's our first report tonight. The Indiana primaries are over. Only the winners remain to be seen. In our election watch tonight, we have a series of team reports. First, we'll go live on the action cam to Action 10's Tom Christopher, standing by live at the Vigo County Courthouse in Terre Haute. Tom?
Marla, the polls are now officially closed and the returns are beginning to come in here in Vigo County, and it looks as though, except for a couple of areas, that turnout is very light among voters, as they expected. The light turnout may suggest that not too many people are interested in this primary election, but the people in charge of the vote, well, they're taking it quite seriously. Action 10's Matt Ellis tells us how the vote is counted.
Jeffrey L. 22-5 North 9.
Election officials take great care to ensure the ballot you cast is well protected. Votes are placed in locked boxes and are guarded by inspectors all day long. After names and addresses are checked, the ballots are left until closing time. Then
we open it up and count the ballots here. And when we come to an agreement that we have as many ballots as we had voters, they're taken at that time to the clerk's office.
And as soon as we get the condensed version of their election, all their punch cards, we will proceed to run them through the computer.
Voters who took the time to vote this primary day used booths designed for their party of choice. And the ballot may have looked a bit intimidating with all the different names, but that's what a primary is for. Computers, of course, speed up the vote tabulating process. The election board estimates if the ballots start showing up here at about 6:30, we should have complete results at about 9:30 this evening. Matt Ellis, Action 10 News, Terre Haute.
So, Marla, as of right now, there's a lot of waiting going on here. Election workers are waiting for the ballots, of course. Politicians are waiting for the results, and we're waiting with them. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Action 10's Tom Christopher live on the action cam at the Vigo County Courthouse. He'll be reporting throughout the night as the Vigo County returns come in. In Clay County, Indiana, it may take a little longer than usual to count the ballots. Action 10's Jerry Hearn reports that turnout was heavy for a few reasons.
I'm at the Clay County Courthouse, where voter turnout has been both steady and heavy today, and with good reason. There are some hotly contested races going on here. But the loyal voter, the one who comes here every election, didn't come here for the heated prosecutor and wide-ranging sheriff's race.
Of course, we want to get the right people in for the school board.
But the greater turnout was partly due to the prosecutor race. On the Democrat side, incumbent Fritz Modisett faces this man, Brazil's city attorney, Blaine Akers. The Republican candidate is unopposed.
Just about 3 miles north.
Another hot race, Clay County Sheriff. Sheriff Wayne Lucas, who's had this post for 10 years, is working alone today. His deputies are winding down from the campaign trail. 7 of them want his job. And as you might expect, the Clay County Sheriff has not publicly supported any of his deputies. I'm Jerry Hearn reporting in Clay County. Now back to you, Marla, at the station.
Again, we'll be here throughout the night as the returns come in, and we'll have a full report on today's elections at 10:30. In other news tonight, roof tar in an air conditioning unit is blamed for a fire at the CBS Records plant this afternoon. Terre Haute firefighters responded around 2:20 this afternoon. They battled a smoky fire for about 10 minutes on the building's roof. Authorities say the damage was minimal. Still to come on Action 10 News, Kevin Orpel will have the Tuesday night forecast with a chance for rain. In sports, the Bucks and Sixers all even tonight. Mike King will have one more look at those highlights. Action 10 Illinois Bureau Chief Kevin Ash reports from Olney on a murder trial just underway. And Action 10's Tom Christopher returns with a look at a student that may be one of the Wabash Valley's brightest stars.
Now, it's easy to get Pontiac excitement when you buy by numbers. As low as 5.9 annual percentage rate GMAC financing on any new Fiero, including GT. And as low as 6.9% on any other new 1986 Pontiac road machine. Other rates are available and will be higher as length of contract increases. 5.9, 6.9. But hurry, act by June 30th or you can kiss these low rates bye-bye.
See your Wabash Valley Pontiac dealer today.
Find today's styles at yesterday's prices. Roots May sale now through Saturday. Our entire stock of ladies and junior swimwear just in time for summer fun. Now 25% off. Choose from Catalina, Jansen, and more. Then make your feet and your wallet happy with 25% savings on all Bass summer sandals in stock. And for underneath it all, choose your favorite ballet bras for $12.99 each. The Roots Store, where our May sale means tradition and value.
Most people don't think about air conditioning at this time of the year, but smart people do, and smart people can take advantage of Pates & Brothers pre-season Lennox air conditioning sale featuring no rush installation at the lowest prices of the year. Pates & Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning knows it pays to be smart, and now you know it too. Pates & Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning at 12th and Wabash in Terre Haute.
Smart people talk to Jack or Jeff Pateson at Pates & Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning at 12th and Wabash in Terre Haute.
Attaboy, Dave.
Just one of 25 flavors of all-natural homemade ice cream featured at Farmer's Cream & Corn, Riverside Plaza. To make your favorite flavor even more tasty, you'll love the homemade waffle cones. Also, the Farmer's Cream & Corn have a variety of desserts, including fudge. By the way, every ice cream cone has a malted milk ball in the bottom. Farmer's Cream & Corn offers a variety of flavors of popcorn, plus mouth-watering deli sandwiches. For lunch, a break in the shopping, or an after-dinner snack, go to Farmer's Cream & Corn, Riverside Plaza.
Jury selection continued today in Olney, Illinois in connection with the murder of a Mount Vernon, Illinois family. 19-year-old Thomas Odell allegedly killed 5 family members last November. Action 10's Illinois Bureau Chief Kevin Ash traces the events that have led to this day in court.
This was the scene last November in Mount Vernon, Illinois. 5 bodies, all family members, were found dead in this home. The 5 were members of the Odell family. Parents Bob and Carolyn Odell, both 39 years old, were victims of a stabbing, as well as 13-year-old Sean and 14-year-old Robin. 10-year-old Scott had been strangled. It's believed 19-year-old Thomas Odell committed the murders. Thomas was apprehended on November 9th at a nearby motel and now faces a 5-count murder trial in Olney. The trial was moved from Jefferson County to Richland County on a change of venue.
Jury selection here is expected to last until the end of this week. Once completed, the trial itself will begin, and it could last 4 more weeks. Kevin Ash, Action 10 News Illinois Bureau, Olney.
So far, only 4 jurors have been selected. 14 people are needed, 12 for the jury and 2 to serve as alternates. It seems that all the really nasty weather is headed our way. Kevin says we're not out of the woods. They'll have the computerized forecast coming up next.
Your Indiana Ford dealers set out to make the best-selling car in the world the best-selling car in Indiana. And we did it. Ford Escort is #1. #1 with front-wheel drive, 4-wheel independent suspension, and 6.9 annual percentage rate financing. Right now, Ford raises value, not prices like General Motors. The 1986 Ford Escort is inexpensive to own and inexpensive to drive. Get into Escort, Indiana's best-selling compact car, at your Indiana Ford dealer today.
Son?
Yeah, Dad?
You remember the other day when I said in life there are no guarantees?
You did?
I was wrong.
Oh, no.
This Toro with the new GTS engine is guaranteed to start on the first or second pull for the next 2 years, or Toro will fix it free.
Guaranteed?
First or second pull.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Available at these and other fine Toro dealers.
Choosing a herbicide used to be a problem. Some products injured crops, and some drifted, and others acted slowly, problem after problem, in spite of so-called improvements. Now there's one herbicide for corn and sorghum that lets you rest easy with your choice. A concentrated herbicide that works better because it's built better. Me4-brominol. It controls over 60 tough broadleaves, won't vaporize and won't carry over, and it works in days, not weeks. Me4-brominol, the better choice for corn and sorghum.
You can see that I keep a lot of Mike Sells potato chips on hand. Well, that's because they're perfect for any occasion. For lunch, for dinner, or for watching the big game on TV. My family likes Mike Sells because they're prepared in 100% premium peanut oil. Try some for your family. It's a potato chip with a taste that speaks for itself.
The potato chip that speaks for itself. Mike Sells potato chips.
Well, we've been watching the election, you've been watching the weather, and some's headed our way, is that right?
Yeah, I guess so, Marla. It looks at least the way it is right now. We have had a severe thunderstorm watch issued for a good portion of the TV10 viewing area. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. First of all, let's take a look at what happened today. It was a very warm day today. As a matter of fact, we nudged the record high. We didn't quite make the record today. The record high was 89. We got up to 88 degrees here at the TV station. A low of 67. 1949 is when we set that record high of 89. 1968, a record low of 31. Right now, it's dropped a degree to 87. Still a brisk southwest wind at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 23. We find relative humidity pretty high. It feels muggy out there, 59% barometric pressure. Holding stationary right now at 29.80. We may see that fall a little bit. No rain yet, and Wabash River continues to fall. It is at 9.7 feet. Well, we have a severe thunderstorm watch area, which up until just a few minutes ago included this area, but now we've just added many of the TV10 viewing areas. I want to talk about Vigo, Clay, Vermilion, Owen, Park, Putnam, and Fountain counties here in Indiana. And for those of you in Illinois, Edgar, Coles, Cumberland, Clark. Now, what's happening is some very cool air is starting to push down. And as it does, it's kicking up some, well, at some times, some pretty severe storms. Just to give you an example, here we go. In Peoria, 58-mile-per-hour wind clocked earlier this afternoon. In Peatone, up to the north, nearly an inch of rain in just 20 minutes. A real downpour there. In Havana, Illinois, golf ball size hail. Kendallville reporting 1 inch of hail. Monticello, pea-size hail. Right now, there's a storm going on in Kokomo. Elsewhere around the two-state area, 87 degrees, partly cloudy here in Terre Haute, although I just looked out to the northwest and some of those dark old clouds are starting to push in once again as this system moves down this way. Those of you in Knox County and to the south in both Indiana and Illinois, you're not in the watch area yet. Although that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. There's a good chance that you'll probably be included a little bit later on this evening. And of course, we'll be sure and let you know. It's still 85 in Evansville, 85 degrees right now in St. Louis. So once again, some pretty rugged weather headed this way. Take a look at the radar right now. Now, this is what's happening. The freshest radar out of Marseilles. We call Marseilles because this is the way it's moving. See this nice line of storms here? This flashing area you see right now is what we call very heavy precipitation. Now, some of these areas now are reporting some severe thunderstorms, pea-size hail, some very gusty winds, severe lightning, and so on. There's the possibility that it could reach down into the TV10 viewing area. Once again, stay tuned to the station tonight, and we'll keep you posted as to how things are going. Take a look at the cloud cover now. You can see where these storms are moving across. Look at this, moving right across in through here. And you can see here as the sequence goes how it starts to move down, moves into the upper portions of the states. Now, we could have some storms tonight. So let's get to the forecast and then a few words about some storms here. The forecast for tonight now calls for partly cloudy and warm and a pretty good possibility of thunderstorms. Actually, it's about a 50-50 chance of thunderstorms, and it'll stay warm this evening. An overnight low, probably not much lower than 65 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and a chance for storms, quite warm. A high tomorrow about the same as today, a high of 85 degrees. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Still a chance for some storms, an overnight low tomorrow night around 62 degrees, and even into Thursday, we're going to have to talk about some maybe some stormy weather and a high of 80 on Thursday, back up to 85 degrees on Friday and Saturday. Now, a severe thunderstorm watch. Oh, yeah, we heard the brand new weather...
Live unit.
Live unit, yeah. I was thinking weather here, and so anyway, that's the picture for tonight. A severe thunderstorm watch doesn't mean necessarily that it will storm. What it means is the conditions are right that it could develop. We have some very unsettled weather, Marla, and so I'm going to stay here throughout the evening.
I was going to say, it also means you don't get dinner.
Well,
you'll be around
somebody out for it. But stay tuned, and we'll keep everybody posted.
Okay, along with the election watch.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Kevin. When Action 10 News continues, Mike King will run down the afternoon baseball scoreboard. And in tonight's Health Watch, Dr. Dina Dell taps out a report on drinking water.
Could Taco Bell talk you into leaving your burger?
No way.
Even with our 50 ways to leave your burger game?
How do you play?
One, you gotta go to a Taco Bell. 2, take a sip, boy, it really tastes well. 3, pull your sticker, you could instantly win.
4, collect the stickers and get ready to win.
5, let Taco Bell take you away. 6, leave your burger in a Taco Bell way.
7, win a Taco Bell change of pace.
To Tahiti, where there are no burgers.
Only at Taco Bell.
You don't need an expensive lawn service to get grass this green. I'm Jerry Baker. Keeping grass green yourself is easy with Super K-Grow Liquid Lawn Fertilizer and Weed and Feed. They're ready to use, and both feed grass a nitrogen diet for a healthy, greener lawn. They're on sale now at Kmart. I use them to keep the grass greener on my side of the fence.
You can't do better than Kmart, the saving place.
It just seems a rule of nature that when you have more than one thing to concentrate on, it's hard to give each thing the attention it needs. That's why at the Terre Haute Savings Bank, we've chosen not to get caught up in the mergers, acquisitions, and expansions that have distracted so many banks today. Instead, our focus is still where it's been for more than 100 years, on being a good bank for you in this community. Terre Haute Savings Bank. Our interest is here with you.
On the next edition of Our Magazine.
All these things like walking, talking better, do not come overnight. They come through blood, sweat, and tears.
Gary Collins hosts a special edition on National Barrier Awareness Day with Young and Restless star Christopher Templeton, Miss Wheelchair America, Richard Simmons, and James Brady.
I'm pleased to help make every hour count.
Our Magazine, Wednesday morning at 8 on TV 10, the news station.
In tonight's Health Watch, Dr. Dina Dell reports that the water we drink may have a direct bearing on stroke and heart disease.
Most of us take our water supply for granted. We turn on a tap, and there it is. Some of us have hard water, some soft. Well, does this make any difference to your health? Over the years, a few studies have hinted that hard water prevents heart disease, specifically hardening of the arteries. And now 2 new articles have just tested this soft water hard arteries hypothesis. Japanese researchers looked at sections of Japan where people have fewer strokes and less heart disease. Sure enough, hard water. The hard water has a much higher calcium content, and we've just recently learned that calcium may be effective in lowering blood pressure, so that may be how hard water helps. In another study, Italian physicians looked at almost 600,000 people in 11 different water districts and again found support for this soft water hard artery theory. In addition, some water supplies have high levels of sodium in them. And as you know, sodium is also bad for the heart. But what can make matters worse is that water softeners will take calcium, which is good for you, out of the water and replace it with sodium. Now, just how much sodium is in your water supply, well, it varies from place to place, and it may not be a problem in your particular water district, but it can be significant. One suggestion is to attach the water softener only to the hot water line or only to the bathroom lines and leave the kitchen alone. I'm Dr. Dina Dell.
If you'd like more information about Dr. Dina Dell, write to him here at the station. We'll make sure he gets those letters. Now let's take a look at the Chicago Board of Trade today. Meg corn is up 2 1/4 to 239 3/4. Beans down 1 1/2 to 534 1/4. Wheat up 18 to 333 1/2, and oats up 4 1/2 to 108 1/4. Indy livestock, hogs $46, steers $53.50, and heifers $53.25. And area grain prices, corn up 2 to $2.43, beans unchanged at $5.31, wheat up 18 to $3.67, milo up 3 to $3.89, and oats unchanged at $1.50. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 5.82 to 1787.95. Composite index lost 0.14 to 136.77. Amex down 0.08 to 270.72. Gold down 10 cents to 342.50, and silver up 3 to 5.19.
You can too during the Lincoln Mercury Mercourt Great American Shape-Up. Now we're holding the line on prices, but we're not stopping there. Get low 7.9 annual percentage rate financing on great shapes like Mercury Cougar, Lynx, Topaz, and Capri, and a special low lease rate on Lincoln Town Car and Mercourt XR4 Ti. Or save hundreds on select Mercury models when you buy special option packages. The Great American Shape-Up at your Lincoln Mercury Mercourt dealer today.
The shape you wanna be in.
When tough cocklebur gets tougher to control in corn, get all the power you need to stop your toughest broadleaves in reduced tillage corn. Overpower broadleaves with Banvel herbicide. Get tough cocklebur control in corn clear to canopy with less stress and better yields than 2,4-D. Overpower broadleaves with Banvel herbicide.
Get your jammies on and I'll be out to kiss you goodnight. Kids, some days you love them and others, well, this was a good day. So I took them to Wendy's for their favorite treat. And with the special price, I got a treat too.
The special treat, Wendy's Kids Meal, now only 99 cents. A special hamburger, golden fries, and their choice of delicious Frosty or soft drink, all in a special box with a prize, and now only 99 cents.
Thanks, Wendy's.
Wendy's Kids Meal, a special treat at a special price.
You may find this hard to believe, but Carpetland has hundreds of ways to cover your floors for just $9.99 a square yard.
Top national brands.
That's right, $9.99 a square yard.
Add an installation.
Add an installation included.
Ooh, all those styles and colors.
Just $9.99 a square yard.
I wonder if it's...
Guaranteed.
Yes. But can I get it tomorrow?
Yes, and remember, for value, selection, and price, nobody beats Carpetland.
I can believe that.
Carpetland USA.
Mike King is here with sports and more on the NBA playoffs. My question, will the playoffs ever be over?
Well, sometime around the second week of June, we'll have the NBA Championship Series should be just about finished.
Well, then they should be ready for training for next year.
That's about right. They get about a month and a half off, and then it's back to the hardwood on the sports.
Go, Mike.
With the exception of the Atlanta-Boston series, everything in the NBA playoff semifinals is tied at 2 games all. Last night at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the Milwaukee Bucks got some big points from Paul Pressey and Ricky Pierce in the closing minutes of their game with the Sixers. It was a good one. They hold on to beat Philly 109-104. Game 5 in this one is set for Wednesday at the Mecca in Milwaukee. Now here's a check of tonight's NBA schedule. The Celtics can finish off the Hawks at the Boston Garden on the home floor. By the way, a reminder, that game you can hear it at 6:30 on WTHI-FM. That's High 99. Now, the Nuggets will be at the Summit in Houston to play the Rockets, and the Mavericks travel to Los Angeles. We'll have all those scores for you tonight at 10. Well, after 4 days of practice and hundreds of laps, the first accident of the 1986 Indy 500 racing season occurred earlier today. Danny Ungaias lost control coming out of turn 1 and bounced his March Buick off the wall, causing slight damage to the front and rear wings. Ungaias was not hurt. Now, years ago, a mishap like Ungaias's could have been tragic. But as Chevy Ferland reports in part 2 of How Fast is Too Fast, today's Indy cars are the safest ever.
I don't think you're ever going to stop progress because that's the name of the game, you know. But if you can keep from making big jumps in speeds, I think that's really what we're after.
But officials of USAC and CART, the 2 sanctioning bodies of IndyCar racing, have been about as successful at slowing speeds in Indianapolis as Live Aid was at conquering world hunger. They've taken steps in the right direction, but the problem at most still exists.
The overall speed is, you've got to couple that to the stability of the automobile. Now, I think it's more important to have a stable automobile, let's say at an average speed of 210 miles an hour, than it is to have an unstable automobile at 185.
So according to Roger McCluskey, USAC Director of Competition, more stability rather than slower speeds is the key to providing a cushion of safety for the slightest margin of error.
When you do have an accident, well, the faster it's going, well, the kinetic energy is a big factor as far as the survival of the driver, and that is the most important thing you're worried about. So you can very easily get ahead of that safety aspect, and we're trying to keep those, you know, we're trying to get a little margin in it.
And there is perhaps no stronger testimony that the cars are more stable, though not slower, than Danny Sullivan's dramatic spin and win last year, and his ability to drive away and tell about it. Chevy Furland, Action 10 Sports at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
By the way, there were a total of 3 accidents today. Complete details tonight at 10 on our track report. Well, 4 games on the afternoon Major League schedule and 9 contests on tap for tonight. Checking the afternoon finals, first of all, in the American League. Oakland bounced on, boy, they really bounced Toronto this afternoon, 17-3. The A's had 17 hits in this one. Dave Kingman led the way with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. California beats Boston 6-2, and it was Milwaukee lambasting Seattle 10-0 in that ball game. 1 National League contest played this afternoon. L.A. loses to Chicago. Bull Durham, Leon Durham, comes up with a leadoff home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. They win it by 1. And Terre Haute boxer Terry Ray, who last month successfully defended his 165-pound division title at the Indiana Golden Gloves Championships, is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa this week for the National Golden Gloves Tournament. Ray is ranked among the top amateur welterweights in the country and is hoping to represent the United States in both the Pan Am Games and the 1988 Summer Olympics. We'll keep you up to date on his progress. Finally tonight, Indiana State freshman tennis player Lars Nordmark has been named Missouri Valley Conference Athlete of the Week. Now, last week, Nordmark won the #1 singles championship at the conference tournament to lead the Sycamores to the highest ever 4th place finish in the conference. Congratulations to him. So there you go. Plenty of action. Of course, like I said, 3 accidents today at Indy. No one seriously injured, but we will have all the details tonight in our track report at 10.
Okay, look forward to, at 10:30. We're going on 30 minutes late tonight.
10:30 then.
When we come back, you'll meet one of the brightest rising stars in the Wabash Valley.
I'm Phil Hedback, and this is a piston from one of the most engineered machines in America today. No, it's not from this Bryant heating and cooling racing car. It's from this machine, the Bryant high-efficiency air conditioner. And this one, our high-efficiency heat pump. Both built right here in Indianapolis to help you win the race against rising home comfort costs. And they're installed in your home by this good reputation Bryant dealer.
Call Lofton & Sons in Bridgeport.
And no matter where I've been, where I'll go, you keep calling me home. Calling me home, Chicago.
No matter where you're from in America, Chicago is your hometown. Come home.
Hey, Hancock, you back for a refresher course? Chicago is calling me home.
Our next show, what to do if you're single and over 30.
Tonight we begin a weekly feature. It's called Reaching for Fame. Every week, Tom Christopher will introduce you to some exceptional young people from the Wabash Valley who are looking at bright futures. Tom is live on the Action Cam tonight to tell us more. Tom.
Thanks, Marla. Tonight we meet a young lady who's trying to find fame by reaching for the stars.
Oh, nothing. It's just people expect me to be taking you tonight, that's all.
Well, maybe it's just as well you ain't. We don't want people talking about us, do we?
Sarah Murray's a young lady who very much wants people to be talking about her. She's a young actress reaching for fame to be a movie star.
It's kind of something you've always thought about because, you know, as you're a little kid, that's, I guess, everybody's dream to be a star, I guess. And it's just kind of carried through more, I guess, with me than some people.
Attractive and intelligent, she's also experienced. She's had a number of roles in productions at Washington High School, the latest, the lead in Oklahoma. Sarah's teachers say they think she has the talent to make it all the way to the top.
She is a very talented young lady. She is easy to work with. She will try to do what you tell her to. And I think she has good possibilities as far as drama is concerned.
But for Sarah, drama and music aren't her only strengths. She's also a diligent and very fine student. Sarah is 4th in a class of over 160. At Indiana University next year, she'll minor in business marketing, just in case things don't work out in the tough business of the movies. But for an ambitious girl like Sarah, such plans may be unnecessary.
I think I would like to be in the movies and on TV. Go down the street and people say, hey, that's Sarah Murray.
Maybe in a few years, but for now, Sarah Murray's just a young Wabash Valley actress reaching for fame. That's it for us right now down here. Marlon, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Just a reminder, beginning at 7 o'clock tonight, every half hour we'll have election updates giving all the results as they come in. And we'll have complete election wrap-up tonight at 10:30 on Action 10 News Night, and you'll be watching some severe weather for us.
That's right, severe thunderstorm watch in effect for a good portion of the area. We'll keep everybody posted.
Okay, see you back here tonight.